Hi everyone, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. It's really hot today here in Australia. It's going to be about 42 degrees Celsius, so I'm not sure if you go by Celsius or Fahrenheit where you live, but yeah, that's pretty hot. So today I'm here discussing the traits of the Capricorn divine masculine. I'm just going to try and move the camera, but I don't think that sunlight's pretty bright at the moment, so I think it's just going to stay. That's okay. So yeah, we're discussing the traits of the Capricorn divine masculine today. So what I find interesting about the Capricorn divine masculine is just how grounded they are in life in general. So when we're talking about the twin flame dynamic, even though they might go through difficult times, in periods of separation, they'll still try and hold on to that feeling of being grounded. And just let me put my headphones in here. Hopefully you've been able to hear me. So I'll just repeat that in case you missed. Okay, so we're doing Capricorn divine masculine traits, and primarily they like to be grounded, whether this is in the twin flame dynamic or in any other area of their life actually. So I guess when we say the word grounded, that can denote a lot of different things, but pretty much they like to feel as though they're stable, so that both feet are on the ground, in terms of money, in terms of the friendships that they have, in terms of getting along with people, even family relationships, and also with their divine feminine. So they will want to feel they enjoy intelligent based conversations. They don't like wishy-washy people. They most definitely don't really like talking about everyday gossip or things that don't really concern them. So if you walked up to a Capricorn divine masculine and said, oh, did you hear about Mark and and Nancy, they just split up, although the Capricorn divine masculine may listen, he's not really interested in small talk or in subjects that he doesn't find intelligent. So what does this mean for the twin flame journey with the Capricorn? Because Capricorns are so good at planning and so good at having that forward vision for their life, that when the twin flame journey begins for them, it can make them feel off balance. And so some of them will go into separation for quite some time due to this, because shaking up their foundation is something they don't really like to do. They don't like to feel as though they're not on stable ground, because sometimes the twin flame journey for them can feel like an earthquake shaking their stable ground, and with no disrespect to divine feminine. The great thing about Capricorn though is that when they know they're in love, they will really commit to that, and they'll be loyal and responsible, and they'll also be extremely kind and giving, as long as it goes along with the plans that they can see being need to happen. And if it doesn't, they'll want to discuss that with you. So anything regarding where they live or their foundation or the way they bring in money, if that's going to change, if they have to move to the other side of the world to be with you and get another job, that might be something that totally freaks them out. you know, they might even say, well, no, you come here, because they feel stable where they are. So just be aware of that with the Capricorn divine masculine. The other thing too that I want to just bring up really quickly is that they lack a bit of self-confidence, you know, in the sexual way. Not all of them, but some of them do. They feel a little bit self-conscious. So they might compare themselves to other guys who might be, you know, bigger or musclier, or, you know, more well endowed, or, you know, just those things that men do sometimes to compare themselves to other men. So, you know, that guy, you know, they might consider changing their appearance, you know, to try and impress the opposite sex. And if and when they do that, they may not feel confident in their decision. So, you know, if they've had long hair and a man bun for years, and then, you know, they might not be willing to just chop their hair off, but they might, you know, let their hair down and see what kind of reaction they get from the opposite sex, including their divine feminine. So, you know, it won't be anything drastic. They're not going to take huge measures, but then again, in the tarot, the devil card represents Capricorn. So sometimes I like to say, you know, no offense Capricorn here to anyone who is a Capricorn, but sometimes they can become codependent, and sometimes they can also have, you know, drug or alcohol addictions, or be involved in toxic relationships, and because they're so grounded, they're not willing to move out of those relationships. So, you know, a Capricorn divine masculine that meets their twin flame and is married may, you know, even if they're unhappy in their marriage, may not be willing to get out of the marriage quickly, because it's, you know, a safe zone for them, because they know it, you know, because as silly as it sounds, you know, every Monday they know they need to go and put the bin out, and their wife, you know, will collect the children from school, let's say. And so, you know, this feeling of safety, that there's a net there, that there's a foundation there, is something that Capricorns really hold on to. So if you're a divine feminine, you know, who has a divine masculine who is Capricorn, be aware that they don't like sudden change. They don't like surprises. They don't like things that rock their world. You know, you wouldn't just go and rock up to their house without letting them know that you're coming to their house, because that will freak them out. They don't like, they like to be in control of their foundation. So before you take any action, divine feminine, in any way, ask yourself, is this going to rock my divine masculine's world unnecessarily? So, you know, is rocking up at their house, you know, at, I don't know, midnight, just to say hi, going to freak them out? Possibly, yes. Is asking them if you can come over via text and then telling them exactly what time you'll be there okay? Well, yes, it is, because then, you know, they feel, you know, let's say because they're organized, they might want to get all of their work done first, and then have a shower, you know, make sure the house is clean, and then they know you're coming. So then, you know, then that makes them feel stable. Even though you probably wouldn't care if they, you know, if they had dishes in the sink, or whatever, you know, if they were, you know, wearing their sweatpants or something, you know, you probably wouldn't care, because you love them unconditionally, right? But they do care. So it's kind of like that scenario where, you know, if you were in union with your Capricorn divine masculine, you might want to kiss them in the morning, but they want to go and brush their teeth first because they just want to make sure everything's perfect. So that's what I have for you for divine masculine Capricorn. When in union with these, you will feel really respected, and they will come across as being loyal. They may also maybe not be the most romantic because they're so detail oriented in all of the parts of their life. So, you know, as a divine feminine, you might need to spice things up a little bit, or just remind them, you know, that they need to have a balance between work and love, or work and life in general. So this is what I have for you for your divine masculine Capricorn. I hope it resonates with you today, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.